Hey, founders and growth hackers. This is my first time to try this format. I'm going to break down the video into multiple shorter videos instead of a big, long videos about solar, about SEO strategy reviews on certain startups. So today we are looking at Yelp and Tripadvisor. So we're trying to compare the SEO strategy by different aspects, right? So right now we are really looking at backlink, right? So it's almost half of SEO, as we mentioned that in our video previously, and I'm going to have a video right here. It's about SEO in a nutshell. What you need to know as a founder, and kind of simplify the SEO process for you. And because as a founder or as a CMO, you don't need to know everything or every technical aspect about SEO. You just need to know the strategy, like the big things that actually matter, right? So anyway, let's kind of compare to three aspects that I think why that Yelp is slightly better at getting backlinks or building authority than Tripadvisor. Okay, so before that, let's take a look of their numbers, right? So again, I'm using SEMrush, and with this tool, and by the way, it's a typical spotting tool among SEO profession, and we can see that they are 812,000 websites and linking to Yelp compared to this is 490k, 490k for Tripadvisor, right? So backlinks, they have 565 million. That's very impressive. And this has 350 million. So yeah, and the authority, the referring domains and the authority score is almost the same because both of them are really like on the top, right? On top of authority that you can build. Once you reach 80, that's like I don't have a word to really describe when you reach 80 domain authority or authority score. And by the way, authority score is a SEMrush metric. On the other hand, domain authority is really a Moz metric. So the company called Moz.com, another popular SEO tool, right? But yeah, they are both very high. And yeah, there's not much to talk from here. I mean, in terms of their backlink profile, they are very similar. It's only the difference is that Yelp is they get more backlinks, right? So at their point, when you reach a certain point, it actually doesn't really matter that much, So it really kind of and another point, that I have mentioned over and over again, SEO isn't the only thing, right? So SEO might be the first channel that help you to get to certain step, like 100 million valuation or things like that. But from there on, you have to have other channel, right? So But let's come back to what do they do, right, to get those links. And from what I can see here, I want to talk about three things. One is the Yelp's way to be very present, to be pretty much everywhere in the offline world by giving restaurant owners a sticker. So it's like a people love us sticker. I think you have seen that before. And so I think that's a good, very good, good way to get people to search about your brand, and about brand recognition, other benefits, of course. But I mean, in terms of SEO, the more people search about your brand, the higher authority that Google will give it to you, right? So it makes sense, right? If people knows you and search you, then you have a pretty good brand recognition, right? So and the other thing is review embed. So this is another I think it's quite interesting that how they do it. So restaurant owners or lots of company have their own website, right? And they love to showcase what kind of positive reviews that their clients are reading about, right? So if you click here and then you try to do embed, they give you this short embedded a code that you can just put it on your website, and then it will show this on your website, right? So that's very good way to build backlinks very organically, right? So if starting out, this is great, just awesome tactic to get more backlinks very organic from your typically supplier. And if you are running a marketplace, I'm running a marketplace, so this is particularly inspiring to me. On the other hand, let's take a look at Tripadvisor. They don't provide that option. You see, click their reviews, it just show you to report a review basically, and that's it. So I think that's the main difference. And the third thing is media mention. So as you probably know, if you are in the tech world, Yelp was having a lots of bad press back in I think back in 5 years ago, or even longer. But they allegedly they press a lot of business owner to advertise on their website, and and of course they get picked up by the media, and it's just tons of bad publicities out there, right? Now, the interesting thing, or the question really pumped me, is this. And this is kind of one of my thinking, my question I posed after I read a book, Super Pump. That's a book about Uber, right? So it and like it's still a good question. Like so the question is, there's no such thing as bad publicity, right? So this is a saying in the marketing world. So is it true, right? So I don't know. I'm just posing that as a question, but it's definitely a good way to get backlinks. I would say that. So you get like mentions from CNN, CNBC's and national outlets, and over there. So I don't know, from the PR perspective or branding perspective, it really help, or from business operation perspective, does it really boost the revenue, right? And I'm not talking about in the Yelp's case. I'm talking about other places, right? So like I heard reporters saying Uber grew so fast despite of controversy. The back in uh, 2015 or 2016 when they're getting like tons of controversies. And even before that, even before those leak video or whatever, they have always have this controversy, always have reporters talking about them because they clash with like cab with taxi driver union, things like that, taxi companies in a town hall, whatever. Now my question is this: Did Uber grow very fast despite of controversy or because of controversy? Okay, I don't know the answer, but let me know what you think down in the comment section. And also, I'm trying to find out if there's certain, public PR stunts they have, maybe Tripadvisor have done, or maybe Yelp has done in the past. Leave a comment below because I'm not a PR specialist, and I would love to hear some other PR professionals' opinion. So comment below. I would love to hear what everybody's thoughts. Okay, so I'll see you next video. Until then, keep hacking.